Hello friends, and welcome back to my studio. What you see here is I'm just laying down a second coat of Modern Master Sapphire over a canvas that I had already prepped with black gesso. And prepping with the black gesso just gives it a much richer color. And what you'll also see me doing is using a mister bottle occasionally, and that helps keep a wet edge and blends everything really nice, so I get a nice creamy finish when I'm done with this. And then after my canvas has dried thoroughly, you'll just see me using tape here to mark off the pattern that I want to save. And I'm also using the tape as a measuring device between my pieces of tape. And what that does is gives me a nice even pattern and equal spacing between all of the different pieces here. And then after I have the tape laid down really nicely, I'm just using some gel gloss medium. It doesn't need to be Liquitex brand. You could also use Mod Podge or something like that. And I'm just outlining the edges of the tape, and this is going to help give me nice crisp lines when I'm finished. Hello friends, and welcome back to my studio. I am doing another one of my Fling paintings today, but I'm going after it a little bit different. Instead of using a cup to do my splashes, I'm going to use this cute little mini dustpan here. And yeah, I hope you guys aren't getting bored with this color pattern, but I am really in love with it. So I figured one or two more shots and then I'll move on to something else, I promise. So yeah, let me know what you think. Thank you for joining me, and let's get down to the canvas. So here you'll see me adding in tape again, and what that is going to help do is give this a more three-dimensional look when it's finished. And I think you'll understand that better after you see the finished results. just a quick little dry walkthrough of where we've gotten to this point, and I think you can see how nicely the 3D effects come up from where I had taped off certain points. But what I decided was that I really wasn't 100% happy with composition. It just felt like something was missing. So I kind of hemmed and hawed and looked at it for probably the last week or so before I finally decided that I wanted to use these abstract stencils to add some texture in. So what you'll see me doing here is I added a little bit of spray adhesive, and that's a repositionable spray adhesive, and laid that down on the painting. And now what I'm doing is I'm just taping off the areas that I don't want to use, so that I'm just left with the areas that I want for adding the texture in. And now, once I have everything laid out just how I want it, I'm going to use some gel gloss medium again. And I'm just putting that down rather quickly. Doesn't have to be too precise. You just want to make sure the whole area is covered a little bit. And then I scrape up as much of the excess as I can. And what this is doing is it's really getting into those edges along the stencil, and that's going to help, again, give me really nice crisp edges when I pull the stencil up after I put my texture down. And what I am using for texture is the gel gloss medium mixed with paint. And in this instance, I'm using iridescent graphite from Liquitex. And that just is going to help give it a little more raise. It's still going to dry with a beautiful gloss shine, but I'm able to give it a little more texture. So what you see is I'm putting it down fairly thickly, and then I'm kind of just running my popsicle stick through it to create more depth and texture with it. So I added another stencil after I turned off the video from the last one. And so I'm just doing the same thing here. Here we go with the dried results. Now this isn't 100% dry, but I'm really happy with it. I am loving what this texture added to it. And some of these places where you might be able to see a tiny bit of white in the texture, that's gonna dry clear. But you can see how that texture really adds kind of a sculptural element to this. And I love how those lines add a three-dimensional effect. And this is going to shimmer really nice in the sunshine. I think I'll probably finish the whole thing with a little bit of gloss varnish. But yeah, I'm really happy with this. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. Thank you so much for joining me today.